All right, here we are at our 1985 Bayliner Contessa 28-foot cabin cruiser for sale. We're here on the beautiful fresh waters of Norris Lake, Tennessee. And this is an exciting listing. I think you'll be impressed with this one. This is a really clean older boat, powered by a V8 Volvo Penta inboard outboard stern drive engine. There's no trailer included with this one. If you're looking to have this transported somewhere, feel free to reach out to us at the website www.yournewboat.com. We don't monitor the YouTube comment page. And if you'll take the time to visit the website, I promise you an easy website. You'll be able to find all of our inventory very quickly. It's easily organized. You're not going to be overwhelmed with a ton of inventory either. And so if you just open up a new browser or a tab, type in www.yournewboat.com, let that load. You'll see that orange lettering. Look for the Find Your New Boat button in the top left-hand corner of the page. When you click that, that's going to show all of our inventory and order price, and all you got to do is scroll down till you get to the 1985 Bayliner Contessa 28. You'll see the asking price listed right there. You click anywhere on there, and that's going to take you into the listing, where it will load a photo slideshow. You'll be able to kind of flip through all the photographs of what you're seeing today. The full list of features and specifications will be listed right there, along with our contact info. Try to make it easy for you. To our knowledge, this has always been a freshwater boat. This came out of Michigan. It's been here on Norris Lake since 2011. I'll revisit this cockpit here in a few. I'm going to show you the helm area, then head down to the cabin, show you around in there, and then we'll come back out on the exterior. Large little dinette table here in the cockpit area. Got 3 little stainless cup holders on the back and one over there. And then here at your helm station, well, I also should point out I've had that captain seat kind of turned around. That's going to swivel. It will adjust forward and backwards a little bit. Then here at your helm area, you've got a standard Horizon VHF radio, Ritchie compass, Humminbird LCR 8000. This is a depth and fish finder. We've got newer Ferrara gauges that have been installed. Got a speedometer, tachometer, engine water temperature, engine oil pressure, battery voltmeter, and fuel gauge. Trim tab controls just below your shift and throttle control. 12-volt power outlet. And a small little panel right over here. Now I've function tested the horn, your wipers, and your nav lights. You've got all working navigation lights, your horn, your wiper. Blower is not functioning at the moment. But this is a really clean boat. Everything else is in operable condition. Of course, it's offered subject to buyer inspection. Now, what really surprised me about this one, well, number one, the cleanliness, but also the space down here. This one's really, could be a versatile boat. Now this dinette, this is a convertible dinette, and that means that the table here will slide in underneath those cushions, and there's a filler cushion that will go in place there. I'll have photos of basically this converted to a bed at the website. Right now it's in the table mode, and you basically kind of got wraparound seating. Now we've got a 1985 vintage AM/FM cassette stereo with 4 speakers, 2 down here in the cabin, and 2 up on the cockpit on either side of the radar arch up there. I'll try to point that out here later. So 4 speakers total, and you can basically zone those to be all in the cabin. You can have them in both areas, or you can just have them in the cockpit. Now here's your V-berth. Now it's worth pointing out that we've got some privacy curtains that will slide over and kind of close off this V-berth to give you some privacy. And then we've also got some covers. This is a hatch right here. This will lift up. And then this is not a hatch, that's just a window, but you've got basically some privacy curtains, if you want to call it that, or just little covers to block that that lighting from coming in. But again, of course, you've also got, and there's two bow hatches. You've got the one there. There's another one right here in about the center of the cockpit. It's got a little screen that's just Velcroed on there. So you have two hatches. If you're moving down the lake, that will allow a lot of airflow through here. All right, so here in a V-berth, you've got some storage underneath both of these cushions. And here's the filler cushion for that dinette table. Again, I'm gonna have photos of that in place at the website. But I wanted to move that. So there's two more cushions that go right here, and those are just off the boat at the moment because they're being recovered. So they would actually, you would have the ability to fill this area in to give you one full V-berth up here. I think you can kind of see where the cushions would go. I'll try to obtain some photos to be able to show you that. And then you've also got some storage underneath there. Now, this is the rest of the canvas enclosure that will go over the cockpit. I just wanted to kind of pull it out here so you kind of get a feel for its condition. This is in really good shape. I just had it laying over here, kind of out of the way. A little bit of wear on some of your edges down by the snaps. The isinglass itself is in very good condition. Okay, got screens in most of your hatches. There's a little bit of a stain up here on the fabric near that window, but actually got quite a few hatches that will give you a lot of natural airflow. Your galley area has a ton of storage. You got 3 drawers over here. Got some under sink storage, and you've got some additional space. Now this, I believe it was originally intended to be a hanging closet. I don't know what that lighting is, but they've added some shelves in there. So it's kind of just added more to your galley storage space. A nice deep little stainless sink. You got some storage behind the sink up here. And then they've just kind of extended that little shelf right there a little bit. Getting a privacy curtain there. Your shore power control is right up here just behind your galley. You'll notice that we've got GFI outlets. There's a 12 volt battery charger right there as well, and your hot water on off switch and your other 110 switches are there. Small little Emerson stainless microwave. And then this Princess, this is a 2-burner electric range top that also can be used as an alcohol stove top. So if you're on shore power, I took it up a little bit too far. It actually has a locking mechanism that locks it up in place. So electric burners, and then your gas range. So you've got the option whether you're plugged into shore power or you're out on your own. Additionally, we've got a marine air conditioning unit. This is a Dometic. That's a 6,000 BTU cooling capacity marine air unit. Now that's currently having a switch replaced, and will be repaired before it is sold. Small little AC and DC refrigerator. AC DC basically means it will run on AC power, which is your 110 power, or your DC power, which is your 12 volt battery power. Small little fridge underneath this side, and some additional storage underneath the dinette as well. Now, here's your bathroom. We've got a little marine head with a macerator pump and a 15-gallon waste holding tank. Small little vanity sink with an overhead handheld shower. Well, actually it's not even a handheld shower. Most of the time it is a handheld shower. This one actually has a little mount. It can go in place, or you can hold it. Could be a drain in the floor there, connected to a small little sump pump for your shower. Trying to give you the full 360-degree tour. I want to point out the headliner. I mean, everything's just in really good condition on this. The carpeting's in good shape. Got some 12-volt lighting throughout. You've basically got some upgraded lighting. We've got, looks like some LED lights that have been added. This was what would have been here originally. And those are 12-volt lightings. All right, and then here is your mid cabin. And again, a lot of room in here as well. We've got a door, got a little dresser right there, some storage overhead, little map holder, and then surprisingly amount of headroom down here in the mid cabin, which normally you'd be crawling in and out of. Got another hatch that's going to ventilate some air, and that goes out to the cockpit, and there's even a screen there. And then we've got some batteries directly located behind this hatch. I don't know how great the lighting will be, but I want to show you that. There's an onboard battery charger back there, and a 6-bank AMG Marine interstate batteries. So let's go start to wrap things up down here in the cabin. We're gonna head back up to the cockpit. I'm gonna raise the engine hatch. All right, bear with me for one moment here. Oh, before I raise the hatch, I'm gonna point out you've got a small little convertible bench. This will fold up, and then those legs will go in place. So you've got some extra seating back here in the cockpit in addition to that dinette table. Really like the setup of that your driver's helm and that dinette table. Okay. Bear with me here. This has a little latch to keep this hatch from falling on top of me. Get that hooked into place. Here's that Volvo Penta. It's a 260A V8 inboard outboard stern drive engine. Saw that Outdrive before I stepped on board. Ton of room down here in the engine compartment. We've got dual batteries, battery selector switch. I'm going to estimate this freshwater tank probably between 30 and 40 gallons. I'll try to confirm that and have it posted at the website. We've got a Seaward 11-gallon dual source hot water heater. The dual source basically means, see those black hoses? These two right here? That's circulating your engine water through the hot water heater and basically just using it in lieu of a heating element. So if you're away from shore power, simply running your engine for a little bit will make you 11 gallons worth of hot water. 120-gallon aluminum fuel tank, not just below that firewall. There's your 12-volt freshwater pump. And then over here we've got that 15-gallon waste holding tank with a pump out. And then here's that other look at that 6 battery bank, onboard charger behind it. I'll probably have some photos of that at the website where I'll get some better lighting for you. And then here we've got a Newmar 1800 watt inverter that's been added. And that is what those 6 interstate AMG Marine batteries are there for. So just in the interest of time, I'm going to leave that hatch open, and I'm going to get you the full tour up here. So let's have a 30 amp shore power connection. There's a manual anchor, some chain and rode, all conveniently stored right there. I'll have the last bottom paint of this one at the website. Point out a few little areas of wear and tear we've noticed. Not a whole lot here. A little bit of stress cracks right there. That was sealed with some good silicone caulking. And I saw a few more areas of that back here in the cockpit. Oh, and here's our radar arch. That's where that anchor light is mounted, and then we've got 2 speakers on either side of your radar arch. That's connected to that AM/FM cassette stereo down below. So notice another area of stress cracks right in here. Same place on the port side. There you are right there. And then I'm gonna climb over. Got some beautiful wood trim. This is gonna double as a little table for you. You got a 2-step swim boarding ladder. It's gonna fold down when this is in the water. And here's that Volvo Penta Outdrive 3-blade prop. Here's your trim tabs. A little mark back here on the swim platform where it's gotten into a dock a little bit. And there's just a few areas I'm gonna point out to you where I've noticed a few little nicks. Right up here towards the bow. A few little marks that are kind of going into the fiberglass just a little bit. So we usually try to show you photographs of that as well. And then we've got that blue bottom paint underneath. Again, visit the website to contact us with any questions, to schedule your own private viewing of this one, make arrangements to see it in person. A little bit of a stress crack right in there. And see if I can find those other marks up here. A little bit right here. Some of that oxidation will come out with a real good professional buffing and wax, and we've got that scheduled to happen soon. So here in just a moment, you'll see the yournewboat.com logo pop up in the top right-hand corner of the video screen, and that's to be subscribed to our YouTube channel. If you do that, you'll be one of the first to be notified of new listings as they come available in our area. And again, visit the website for questions and more information, and I thank you again for joining us. And this concludes the 1985 Bayliner Contessa 28-foot cabin cruiser for sale here on Norris Lake, Tennessee. Thank you again for joining us.